Unexpected consequences of the Duke of Westminster's and Olivia Henson's wedding, scandal erupts. Hugh, groser, Duke of Westminster, the country's most attractive former bachelor and richest young man, married Olivia Henson at Chester Cathedral on June 7. The couple announced their engagement last April after 2 years of dating. The event was dubbed the secular wedding of the decade and was attended by Prince William and his cousin Princess Eugene. In the weeks leading up to the wedding, we learned all the details of the ceremony, where the bride and groom put their personal touch on all the preparations, from the thousands of flowers that decorated the town to the food that guests were treated to. We also learned about Harry and Meghan's controversial absence and Charles and Camila's last-minute ducking out of the ceremony. After the wedding, the couple released a short statement saying they were deeply grateful to everyone who supported us yesterday, and we would like to extend a special thank you to those who helped make our day so memorable in Chester. But after that moment, it seems as though Hugh and Olivia have seemingly vanished into thin air. There's no word on their chosen honeymoon destination or their planned move out of London. It seems that the couple wanted to spend their first few months as husband and wife as discreetly as possible. Although they have not been able to avoid controversy, taxpayers will be pressed to cover the cost of policing the extravagant wedding of the Duke of Westminster, whose fortune surpasses £10 billion, as it has come to light. According to a police spokesman, the Cheshire Force saw the wedding as a public event similar to a soccer match. Their primary responsibility was to maintain order among the large crowds gathered outside Chester Cathedral. The force has not formally requested financial support from the Duke of Westminster for the event's security. Instead, the expense will be borne by the local taxpayers. The overriding principle is that the police cannot charge for services that are part of their normal public duty, the agency said, adding that even the total cost of the policing mission was unknown. We can't demand payment. We don't think the Duke will be getting married many times, so we hope it will be a one-time event, but we understand that it will have to be paid for, which may seem unfair. The retired police spokesman added the current Duke is a close friend of Princes William and Harry and godfather to their sons George and Archie. He was born the Earl of Westminster but was given the title of Duke after his father's death in 2016. His christening ceremony was attended by King Charles III, who was named as one of his godparents. Now, after the wedding, the wealthy aristocrat and his new wife seem intent on leaving the big city and starting a new rural life as avowed farmers. A move from London to Cheshire, where the Groser family home is located, seems like a fitting change for Britain's largest landowner, who wants to instill his love of nature, sustainability and farming into his new and admittedly inconspicuous life. We will build our life together and gradually move out of London to stay here long-term and put down roots. So yes, in the end it was a very easy decision. Hugh Griner, Duke of Westminster, and Olivia Henson's wedding brought together the allure of wealth and love in a grand ceremony that showcased the couple's personal touches. However, since their nuptials, there has been a lot of talk about public expenditure, privacy, and the couple's future. On the one hand, it follows in the footsteps of William and Kate, who left London for the countryside in 2022 to provide a healthier and more normal life for their 3 children. On the other hand, Hugh and Olivia's intentions appear to align with those of the Duke and Duchess of Westminster, who may soon announce the addition to their family. The lavish key-sign and attendance of prominent royals such as Prince William and Princess Eugene made this celebration, which was dubbed the secular wedding of the decade, a reflection of the Duke's influence and wealth. The Greer family is significant in British aristocracy and has close ties to the royal family. Despite the opulence and presence of these notable figures, the fairy tale wedding was not devoid of controversy. Discontent was stoked when it was revealed that the expense of policing the ceremony will be borne by local taxpayers. The marriage was a public event like a soccer match, according to Cheshire Police, which brought up a controversial question: should taxpayers pay for security for the private parties of the rich? This is a pertinent subject during a time when the public is highly critical of how the government spends its money. Many people see an obvious difference between public entertainment and private celebration. Therefore, the analogy to a soccer match, although meant to justify the expenditure, potentially falls short in their view. After the wedding, the newlyweds made the wise decision to lead a more secluded life. They chose to be discreet in their first few months as a married couple and are now making plans to leave London for the countryside of Cheshire. Following in the footsteps of Prince William and Kate Middleton, Hugh and Olivia have decided to establish roots in the countryside, emphasizing sustainability, nature, and farming. This decision is seen as a modern reinterpretation of the aristocracy's responsibilities, as it blends tradition with contemporary values and indicates a preference for privacy and environmental consciousness over urban love. Louis the Duke and Duchess of Westminster are not only acting on a personal preference, but also demonstrating a more practical and environmentally conscious lifestyle. Their aspirations to establish a family in this serene location are in line with their desire for a low-key existence. Despite this change, they will still be subject to admiration and curiosity from the public due to their status and good fortune. As Hugh and Olivia begin their married life, their journey will be closely observed as it reflects the changing values of the aristocracy in the modern era. Their story is about love, privilege, and the responsibilities and expectations that accompany their high status. Much has been said and written about the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Westminster, which has been both celebrated and controversial. Hugh Granger, Duke of Westminster, and Olivia Henson's wedding was fascinating from start to finish. From the lavish ceremony to the intriguing aftermath, the event made us think about wealth, privilege, and public spending. Now that the couple is starting a new life together in the countryside, we can't wait to see how their journey continues to captivate us and reflect the changing face of modern aristocracy. If you found this video entertaining, please hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you want to see more intriguing stories about royalty and beyond, subscribe to our channel. Additionally, tell us what you think. Should the public pay for security at private events like these? Stay curious and take care until then.